Good morning. Happy Sunday. People in my Discord are talking about this GoFundMe that BZ Watchdog set up. By the way, BZ Watchdog, I guess it must have slipped your mind, but you forgot to give me a citation to that Moore versus United States Post Office case that you believe undermines everything I said, even though I think I thoroughly debunked that. But you keep saying there's this other citation, this other case out there, so I'm willing to look at it. Send me that citation, buddy. Anyway, he sent me, or he set up a GoFundMe to help fund his federal civil rights lawsuits. Oh, my federal civil rights lawsuits! I got these, boys. I'm a FOIA expert, and I'm going to file federal civil rights lawsuits. So GoFundMe. I need your money. And I wonder why. Why, if you have a good case, why would you need a GoFundMe? It doesn't make any sense. The cost of a federal civil rights lawsuit is $400. That's the filing fee. $400. You might have to pay a process server that could run. Out here, it runs anywhere from $100 to $200, roughly. And then what? Maybe you have the costs of depositions if you're going to do depositions. I don't know why you would need a deposition necessarily on a federal civil rights lawsuit. Either they did the thing or they didn't do the thing, one way or the other. But maybe you need one. That could be, $800,000, somewhere in that kind of range. What does he need money for? See, the real thing is, if you get an attorney who does federal civil rights lawsuits on contingency, what that attorney will do is that attorney will float the costs. Generally speaking. I mean, hashtag not all. There's some attorneys out there who won't, but don't use them. Use a different attorney who will float the cost, right? But they'll pay the $400 filing fee because they're like, well, I'm gonna make this money back. I'm gonna make this money back on the lawsuit. It's gonna be fine. They'll pay the cost of service because not meaning to brag or anything, but $400 isn't that much for an attorney. Not a reasonably successful attorney. There's mosquitoes out here already. God damn it. Anyway, so what does he need the money for? And then Eline, Michael P. Eline, the P stands for the drink of choice, I guess. I don't know. I was going somewhere with that, and then I decided not to, and then it got awkward. Enjoy. So Michael P. Eline decided to weigh in on it. Hey, support a Marine. Citation needed. Support a Marine. Support this Marine's GoFundMe. And that raises even more questions. Because Michael P. Eline is licensed to practice in Texas. So why isn't Michael P. Eline taking the case? Why isn't Michael P. Eline taking the case on contingency and floating the costs? I have lots of questions. Oh, doggy. I have lots of questions. See, the only thing I could think of is, there's three possibilities. The most obvious possibility is just that BZ Watchdog is only doing this to raise money for himself, for his Twinkie habit. It's really sad that a guy who was selling cars is so fat and lazy that he's been reduced to driving Uber, where he doesn't have to actually, stand up or do anything. Because you can make a lot of good money selling cars. I know people who've made a lot of good money selling cars. A lot of really good money selling cars. I mean, you don't get holidays off, but you make a lot of money selling cars. And finance managers, they make a lot of money if they have a good group of sales guys selling cars. So, I mean, there's a lot of money to be made in selling cars. There's not a lot of money to be made driving Uber. So, that's a problem. So maybe he just needs the money to support his Twinkie habit. There's two other alternatives. Alternative number one is Michael P. Eline has looked at the federal civil rights lawsuit that BZ intends to bring and said, "Oof, that sucks. That's a loser. I'm not going to invest my time and energy into it on a contingency basis. Rather, I'll smile and nod, pat BZ on the back, give him a little lip service of support, and say, hey, go raise the money, and maybe other suckers will give him money to do this losing lawsuit." And the third option is that BZ Watchdog is smarter than we give him credit for and doesn't think that Eline is capable as an attorney. He doesn't think that Eline's actually going to be able to get him a recovery, and so he hasn't presented the case. He hasn't asked Michael P. Eline to represent him in it. Because other than those three options, I don't understand why A, BZ Watchdog needs money, and B, Michael Eline, who is a licensed practicing Texas attorney, isn't snatching up the case and running with it, since those two are just bosom buddies. I mean, if it's a good case. Anyway, that's all I got for you today. Like I always say, never trust an attorney, but always trust your attorney. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.